Today's topic is array in a JavaScript. Let's slides explain about what is an array, introduction to array, declaration and allocation of an array, example using an array, random image generating using an array. It is an example of an array, references and references parameter, passing an array function, and sorting array. In searching, we will see about linear search and binary search. What is an array? Array in the JavaScript is each element referred by a number starting with the 0th element, subscription of an array indexing, accessing the specific element, name by array, brackets, number of elements. Array is known as their length. Length property is to define the how many elements present in the array. This is a basic and definition for how the array will be defined in the memory allocations. The C is an array and 0 to 1 are the memory values which is array data will be stored. The name of an array is starts with a 0 element. The indexing is start with a C element. Array in the memory. There are how the array will be in the memory allocations. Array are differently allocated in the memory like object or a operation with a new. Object means allocating a memory to the object. Dynamic allocation to the operand, that is new, is called as how the array will be defined in the allocation. Variable C equals new array of 12. That will define and dynamically it will define an 12 array values. Next comes the example using an array. Array is growing dynamically, allocating more spaces itself are added. Modes initializing array element. Default value is understanding. For loop conversion, referring to unutilization elements or elements outside a bound. That is called array element. This is a basic example for how the array will be initialized with a function and function how the array element will be created. These are the basic example of an array which has been developed. Next comes how the array will be. This is an example of an array. Example using array. These examples will notifies how the array will be initialized and how the array will be declared and how the array will be listed in the values. The first element, the first example says that where n equals 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, where that can be defined in a similar way where n equals new array of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 20. Also possibly only initialization some value, level initialization element banking, unutilized element of a banking. This is a basic example for how the array will be initialized using the function. Example using an array with an for in function. The performing action for the each elements in the each and every element in an array, iterative over the array, assigning each element to the specific values one of the time, ignoring non-existing elements. This is an example for how one for loop can be used in the array examples. Example using an array. Array can be provide a short or a clear subscription from the switch element. Each element present in one case or another case which is represented in the array. This is how the array will be represented using a switch case formula, and switches are the group of conditions where the according to condition the result will be developed. Next comes a random image generation using an array. Clearly approach this previous version. Specifically any file name rather than the images, result or a math.random. It will store in the math.random functionality called indexing array of the file naming. For example, the scripting is tagged with an embedded HTML and the picture is an array which stores the different images which is stored in the JavaScript. This is called the random generation of an array in the image process. Next, references and referencer parameters. There are two types of pass by parameters. One is pass by value and pass by reference. Pass by value is a copy of a original value, default for the number and boolean value. Original value is unchangeable. Pass by references, how the object will be passed like an array. Pass location in the memory of a value. the allocation distributed across the original value to improve the performance. That is known as a pass by references. Now passing an array in a function. The name of array is an argument, not necessary to pass a size of an array. Array is known as their size. Pass by references, individual element are passed by the value if number are boolean. That the two array joins with the use of join array method to create a stringle array, the specific separations. This is an example for how an array will be passed by reference and passed by array. This is the passing an array with the value of an array with output of displaying the functionality. Next comes sorting an array to important computer task. The array.sort is a default method to sort an array in a list. Default string compare leave out of the compare functionality and returns the negative in the first argument lesser than the second. Returns the zero argument in the equal element. Returns the positive and the first argument. It starts with a, for example, if we give an array as a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, if it will start with a 2 and 3 and 4, 5, 6 in an ascending order. This is an example for a array sorting method. This is the method where we will start with an array comparison. Next, searching in array. This is the last topic in this slides where we will be search the array using linear search or a binary search. Searching and searching means matching a keyword. Linear search, iteratively searching the element in a matching until the matching found. Binary search requires the sorting the data cultivatively and searching the range in half of the each iterative, one look and small functionality. The example is given in the below slides. This is an example for a linear search where the element are searched with the help of key element, that is called 2 into star. This is a button pressed functionalities, and this is the linear search methods which is used for searching the element. That is the last slide, and thank you for the listening this array functionalities.